Hey you, and welcome to Banished. Yes, 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 I finally get to play this game. I have been waiting on this one for months, and I gotta tell you, it has been worth the wait. I've played it for the last two nights till 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted, a little bit punch drunk. So, just why? But I can't get enough. I just can't get enough. So I thought it's time to record it and let you guys in on the fun here. So this is pre-release. The game won't be released for about another 3 weeks yet. So if yeah, I don't know if it's completed. I don't know if we're going to run into things that aren't quite tweaked yet. I have no idea, but it's been fun. So we're going to start a new game here just for you guys, and I'll show you around the little bits and bobs. Now you can, just get a randomly generated name, but you know what? I think in what's the word? Honor of my sometimes guest, I'm going to call it Bellaton. Bellaton. Now you can get seed, there's different seeds. These things are generated each time you start a new map. You can put your own number in. You know what? I wonder if you can put in, no, we'll just leave it. I was going to, got on something else. So valleys or mountains, I'm going to leave the valleys because it's hilly enough and I kind of like it. I guess you'd have to have a hill to have a valley, right? But terrain size, let's go with large because room to spread. It'll be awesome. So the weather, mild sounds beautiful. Fair, it's fair, right? Harsh, if I want harsh, I can look out my window. It has been the most miserable winter ever, and I just don't want to go that far. So we'll go with fair. We'll get the full range of seasons that way for you guys to see, and I won't have to deal with endless amounts of cold and snow. So disasters, I think for the sake of this recording in particular, I'm going to turn them off and I will have them on later if you want to see lots of death and destruction. Disasters mean it. I had a thriving, wonderful town, everything going well, population growing, storehouses maxed out, second storehouses, things, just stuff. It was brilliant. And a tornado came through and literally wiped out the entire town. I ended up with 5 people left, an old guy, 3 women at the, within just 2 or 3 years of childbearing age, and a 4-year-old boy. The older guy died of old age very soon. They were trying to rebuild. They did the best they could. But, I mean, ultimately, there was no breeding stock. We didn't have all the things in place to be able to attract nomads to come in for a bit of fresh blood and hope to keep the settlement going. And it ended on a tragic note with the one guy growing up and then living out the rest of his life alone. It was really sad. So I don't want to do that this time. Not for this. The starting conditions, easy. You have 6 families, you've got clothing, firewood, a whole lot of things. You've got homes already built, seeds for fields, and a herd of livestock. I've never played it on easy, so I haven't even seen the livestock yet. I don't know what that's going to do. Medium is only 5 families. You get a little bit of something to get you through the first year, and you do have some seeds, but there's no livestock. You don't get animals until you get into trading and you have traders come by and you hopefully have something they want to trade and you can buy livestock then. Heart, a small amount of food and clothing. I think you end up with just you've just got like a wagon. There's no storage barn. You've just got some stuff you hauled along with you, and you have to deal with there. You know what? Medium. That's I think the default. So we'll just go with that. And look at how beautiful this place is. It is so gorgeous. They're suppressing goblins, finding a place to start. That's good. Now, this game was created by a man, one single solitary guy. This is not some multi-million-dollar gaming company. This is a man who quit his real job to create this game. And I have sent him 3 emails saying, thank you so much for having courage to do that. First of all, I admire that kind of spirit in anybody who's willing to just take the big chance. Boy, which is, you know what? I just say those words and it makes me think I need to rethink my whole life here. I admire people who do that, and I have done it at times in the past, and I'm sitting here at this place in my life where it's like, do I keep doing what I'm doing and try to take the safe way into something? I'm getting older. Do I have time to take the safe way into something? Or is it almost time to make the grand gesture? And this guy made the grand gesture, and total total fangirl. I love this guy. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Okay, now we are far, far away from, well, water. Look at all the lakes. Now, this river is where trade will come from. So this lake is going to do us no good in terms of trade. And these little creeks, I don't know if trade comes up that or not. But trade can come down this river. So it looks like I need to be building in that direction at some point. But for right now, obviously, this is going to be the spot of choice to get some fishing and things in. There are a couple of, I realize my face is over some of the things down here. I apologize. I will fix that in the future. But I like to keep open these two little bits and bobs. This tells me, you know, what people are doing, because you tend to be moving people around, and I just like to have that open. And this gives me a quick overview of the whole town. It is early spring. It's cold outside. I have 10 adults, 9 children. It's a really nice starting group. I've had sometimes just, you know, 10 adults and like 2 children or something. And this is what I already have stored. So I do have a bunch of, you know, like some food. This is health, happiness. You can keep an eye on that. So I just like to leave those open. So I don't have any idea if you can fish in these little places or not. You know what? They will probably tell me if I can't. And I'm thinking, no. That isn't even going to go. So we have to put fishing down here. And that's the first thing I like to get in, because the food they give you isn't going to last. It's just not going to do it. And even like farming, if I put in some, okay, right there, that goes. That goes. Even if you put in farming, I don't find it a very reliable source of food for quite, oh, but I can't. Can I not get over the hills here in any way? Oh, well, that's just lovely. So I can't actually put a road to this. Now they will walk, but that's unfortunate. Where can the road start? I can't start until here. Oh, well, this is going to be a tricky little place, isn't it? No kidding. So we'll put that here, and we'll run the road along there. Okay, let's get this party started. So we'll get them running. Now that one, speed them up a little bit. I'm sitting here watching deer instead of my buttons. Look, there's little deer. Okay, so they're going to have to hike over the hill here on their own and hope they can make that trip okay. Now I'm going to put a couple of these guys specifically for buildings, so they, you know, they pay attention to that sort of thing. And are they kind of, can they get here all right? Oh yeah, no problem at all. They'll just have to climb over the hill. Now I'm going to have the rest of these guys start clearing this big old mess in the middle of everything, so that we can, you know, have some place to build, of course. Now the storage pile, I'm going to make that bigger right off the top, because this is, you know, they've given us a lot to start with, and that's going to fill it really fast. And I want to get a hunting camp in immediately or sooner. There's a lot of game there, but, you know, again, I'm going to be building all through here, so I don't know, back here might be okay. You know what, we'll put it right over here. That seems to cover a decent area of, although the game, you know what, they come right through town. I don't think there's any big problem with them getting afraid or anything. They seem to, nope, that's a hill, that's no good. All right, let's just put it here. I'm going to stick it right in here. That'll do her. And hope I can put a road over that. This is a very, very rocky place. Now, it's hard to see where you've put things. There's just a bit of a shadow on the ground. So, where does it go? Can I go over this hill? I can. Happy, happy day. And just run that into here for now. Now we have a lot of people working on this. God bless their wee little hearts. Look, this guy's drinking. Isn't it cute? Lots of rain. I will leave the weather on through the first winter so you can see all the effects of that. And then I may just turn it off We've had so much bad weather this year. It's like, I don't want to do bad weather anymore. So these guys are wandering off, hopefully, to come over here and start on the hunt camp, because that is kind of important. We need to get some food for that first year, because the food they give you just won't do it. I mean, it absolutely does not do it. And so they're clearing up this area well. Now all the little houses over their heads is, I'd like a home here, excuse me, but we'll get to that when we can. I tend to not put the houses down until they've got, you know, the food production in place. And then I try to get the houses down before winter hits, because they will all freeze to death otherwise, and that's, you know, not a good thing. Just saying. This is a long ways to hike for this stuff, though, on both counts. This is really going to slow some things down this summer, and this honestly is making me a little bit nervous. I am not real comfortable with this situation. They haven't even started working on the new stockpile area yet, which they seriously need to get doing, because this is going to, yeah, see how things are filling up here and going quick. Where are you going, Tootsie Pie? He's very happy. Happy. Oh, he's playing. So it's one of the kids. Isn't it cute? Little 2-year-olds out there skipping around. Isn't that lovely? So the farming, the fishing dock here is almost done. See, they haul the logs in, they haul the stone in, and that's the length of time it takes to actually create it. And as soon as that is done, I am going to assign 4 people as fishermen immediately. Now the labor pool looks like it's empty, but like I said, the builders, if there's not something to build, they will go do that other stuff anyway. So that's fine. As soon as there's not something to build, they're going to go clear, and they're going to haul rocks that other people have dug out and things like that. So these are the smartest people in any game I have ever played like this. They make sense. You know, we have a community. I don't have a job to do, or I can't do the one I need to do now. I am going to go and be productive in some other way. They're not standing around twiddling their thumbs waiting for you to assign them something. So I think they're absolutely wonderful little people. And these guys have been banished from somewhere, and I have to come up with a really good story as, you know, to why that bit of tragic stuff happened in their life, and why it's not going to turn out to be so tragic, because they are going to have a very happy life here, obviously. So we don't have any fish coming in yet, but they are out there working on it. And I can't even remember where the hunting lodge was parked. There we go, hunting cabin. So they haven't even started with this yet, but we do have a couple people coming this way, so that's a good thing. Now, late spring, so we're doing okay for time. That's not bad. They are fishing now. Happy. And some kids are hanging around doing their little things. Look, the fish are coming in. I like it. Okay, so it's going to be a good thing. And this is now full, but this one is ready. So yay, that's going well. Now they should be over here working like crazy on this. Okay, they're getting the removal done. They will cut down the trees, pick up the rocks, and see, that stuff doesn't get wasted either. They're hauling all that stuff back to the stockpile. God bless their little hearts. And then they, you know, then other people, unfortunately though, they take all the wood back, and then they take wood back this way. I haven't actually seen them cut down wood and just build with it yet, so yeah, whatever. It would be better if they did it that way, but they're still the smartest people I've run into in a game like this. They are. I love my little people. See, now they're all coming back. You know, they're carrying the stone and the logs, and they're going to start building that, and it's just going to fly up now. It'll go really fast. So there is the logs get loaded on. You can just see how that's going. Another load's coming here. Yep. The stone got dropped off. This is going to be up in no time at all. This will be great. And drop some more. Do it. Somebody just cut down a tree. Okay, so that is almost done. This is coming along nicely. Do we have Fish is starting to be stored, so that makes me really, really happy. I'm going to do one more thing that is about food, immediate food, and that's put in a gatherer's hut, and I will just stick that, you know what, I'm going to just tuck that in right back here, and then I can just put a road going right up the middle of the stockpile to that, and then, you know, it'll go out the back later for other things. I'm not sure if we can build a road over this, and we do need to work this way, so I'm probably going to end up having to build along right out like this to actually be able to access a trading post over here somewhere. This map, getting the big map is a little trickier. I've only used the medium map so far, and there's usually been I think every time there's been a river right nearby, and it's always been very, very easy, and it's not doing that this time. Now, our hunting lodge, our hunting cabin, whatever, is ready, and the question mark means, what am I supposed to do now? There's nobody working there. So there is no one in the labor pool. I'm going to drop a couple of builders and pop them up as hunters and try to get this food up as quickly as possible. Now, our children, when they reach the grand old age of 10, will be getting jobs. They will be popping into that labor pool. At 10 years old, we're really big on child labor here. Yes, yes, we have, yeah. You know it. It's good. Yeah. So they are coming back here and working on this. Bless their little hearts. It's going up fast. So that's going to bring in some more food. The fish is starting. Now we are in early summer. Things you want to get done before winter hits is food. You've got to have more food coming in, and we're going to need someone to take our wood that we've got, these logs, and turn them into firewood. We do have 400 or 200 here, but that's not going to last for a very long time. As you can see, their health, we have to pay attention to that. That will become an issue. And you can see we now have 8 children. One of them has become a laborer. So I'm going to put some houses down along this end. I want to save this center spot for things like, you know, markets. And now I like the stone houses a lot more than the wooden ones. I think they're cute, but they also stay a lot warmer in the winter, and they do not require as much firewood for heating. But I want you to get to be able to see both of them, so we are going to build a couple of each. I don't think 4 is going to be quite enough, but we'll add another as we need to. So this guy will get going. We are going to make our new laborer a gatherer, and he's going to go out and bring in things like mushrooms and berries and wild onions and things like that. So that will definitely add a nice variety to the food, and you know, make sure that there's just that much more going on before winter hits. And then the next thing I will be putting in will be a wood cutter, so that some of these logs get turned into firewood for winter. And I think we're going, well, I know we're going to need some resources. Now you can choose to just take out the stone in an area. You can choose to take out just the trees, just the iron, or you have this one handy dandy tool that says rip it all out. Just destroy all the things in a spot, and yeah. So it's going to clear this whole area for future building and to give us some more supplies. So my gatherer's hut is now working. Things are going well, and he's wandered off to do his little job. The hunters are busy. Oh, see, we got venison now. We've got leather. The leather can get turned into nice warm coats when we get a tailor. Fish is starting to pile up. That's good. And the gatherer will be bringing his bits and bobs in. So I'm going to stop this recording for a moment and let these guys, you know, get the houses built, and then we'll be right back to see some more. Bye-bye. Until I see you next time, leave your comments. Hit the like button, please. I do love seeing those. Live your life happy and build it beautiful, even if you have been banished. Bye-bye.